Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. How's it going, mustache? So, from Tuesday, we still have this Timberwolf. And from the other night, I started work on the first custodian model. I don't think the flats are showing the proper color. I dry brushed a dark blue and then covered it with a grim black speed paint layer to make the almost black look. There's just a tiny bit of blue, and then I had just highlighted it. So there's already 9 colors in this. Thanks, Ollie. So, I was thinking maybe finish this today. But yeah, between the Custodes model and the Timberwolf, I think I have a night worth of painting, right? Hey Ollie, how's your Space Marine diorama going? Also, tea time. Between the two, I think the Custodes. I'm looking forward to watching your next video. Yup. So, the Custodes, let's see if I can get this. Hey, Meg. I also, since this is actually a shield captain, I have the start of his cape done. I just have the base layer down so far. I still need to do shades and highlights. But I'm actually not sure what to do with the 2 different colors right here on the shoulder. Because I suppose I could have done the blue underneath, but it's so little, And then this is another metal, and I already have 3 metals on here. Oh yeah. Just, you know, just a nice large bunker. I keep telling you, you need one. It doesn't have to be this big. I have at least 6 feet worth of depth that's not technically required to fit that table. And that is a 4x6 table. So. But yeah, this is where I'm at so far with the first Custodes model for my collection. I mean, it took time to get here, so... I mean, there's always the next one, you know, the next door neighbor's place, right? But... So his head and his leg guards are still off. I made all of these in multiple parts so that they'd be easier to paint. And I've found that I'm using this 3/0 detail brush for pretty much all of the painting on here. So... And I had someone already tell me, oh, but you haven't done the gems. And it's like, well, yeah, because I haven't finished everything else. I haven't painted his weapon either. So... But it is just a matter of, I'm not exactly sure which colors I want to put in certain spots. I also have to clean up a few things that I missed. But this already has almost 3 hours of work in it. But I'm really not sure about this part of the shoulder pad. Let's see if I can get that to lay down. That part of the shoulder pad. I'm glad that I actually painted the blue highlight down here because there's no way I would have gotten that otherwise. These are going to be the bronze with the silver filigree. And I still need to figure out what color I want to paint the plumes on the head. And then what I'm actually going to do with the blade. Alright. Have a good one, Ollie and Meg. I'll see you again on Tuesday, hopefully. But yeah, I'm thinking I want to work on this right now. This is great for if I need to take a break. But I'm not really sure what color to do for the shoulder pads, because I've already done the silver and I've already done the gold up here. So I suppose I could do a few of the washes and stuff on this before going into that. And I do know a few colors that I want, so I should probably start with that. I have a clean wet palette ready to go. Oh, and it's actually not gold. I believe I'm using the bright bronze for the gold parts. Neon green is not going on my Custodes. Sorry. Oh, are you talking about the plume? Or the shoulder pads? I mean, I could actually see doing the color that I have for the edge highlighting, almost. But it's supposed to be a metallic, and I think that might look weird. I don't know why I'm actually painting over the thing that's going to be silver later, but... I don't know. I mean, there's so many colors on here already. I'm looking at 9 colors on here before I've done any of the shading or highlighting of the cloak. Or the color I'm going to do the gems. Actually, based on what I'm painting right now, I think I did the bronze instead of this color for the parts on the shoulder. That or elbow. Yeah. That's actually that's a different color. I could do this for the shoulders. Yay for a mistake showing me the color I need. I'm actually okay with this color down here. So, how about that? We found the color. I mean, I knew it wasn't the silver. But I'm actually using all three of these metallics. So yeah, I think that works. Then I started with a dry brush over a black primer with this dark Prussian blue. I did the folds, the under seam area with the sky gray, and then I did an undiluted grim black over it to get the color I have. The edge highlighting is royal blue. The leather is mahogany brown. Focus. Haha, okay. And, of course, the purple is the deep magenta from the other day. So those are all the colors so far. So yeah, since I have the bronze and silver, I can do the tinny tin. Alright. There's enough contrast between those three colors. Cool. Yeah, it's only been about 20 months since I got the 21 months since I purchased the Custodes models. So it seemed like the right time to start painting them. I feel that this is one of the easier ones to hit 1,000 points before the end of the year, so if I can get one more army to that point, this would probably be the easiest one. That's, nowhere near right now. What? Oh. Well, I mean, you know, I started my Custodes collection with 2 of the Christmas box set. And then when they started doing the new codexes, I was like, wait, no, I need, and the new combat patrols to go with. I was like, no, wait, I'm probably going to want to have probably want a nice combat patrol, because most of them have gotten worse over the edition. So I was like, yeah, you know, sounds like a good idea. And so I got one. So that's all I have for Custodes, is 2 of the Christmas box sets and 1 of the combat patrols. Oh wait, no, that isn't it. With the sisters. The other item I have is a single box of wardens. So that's everything I have. Which does not have any of the vehicles or Venatari or Sagittaire or whatever. Not Sagittaire. Sagittaire's the Voton vehicle. The other thing, the custodian guard with pew-pews. But yeah, that's my whole Custodes army so far. At one point, I had considered using the Age of Darkness Spartan and Contemptor Dread as Venerable Dread and Venerable Land Raider, which I still could, but as soon as I paint them in my Death Guard colors, that's not going to work. But I originally had considered using them for that before I purchased extra Heresy Death Guard models. And because of those containers being, you know, the collecting boxes and everything, that is what created my list. I do actually have 5 more Custodian Guard than I can field right now. So I do have enough extra bodies to make the shield captains and everything. I also have 9 of the, what are they, Dawn Eagle jet bikes or whatever. Um, so I don't know how many of those shield captains I'll make. At least one. Oh, the ones that I'm painting? Or Death Guard in general, Heresy? Because my color scheme is slightly off from the official color schemes. Yeah, the Tinny Tin works well with those two others. That'll look nice. Alright. Yeah, so, like I said, mine's a little bit off. But I went with the, brain fart, the Dusk Stalker, shoulder and fist. Dusk Raider, sorry. To specify that they are actually Death Guard who have stayed true to the Emperor. They are loyalist Death Guard. This is my apothecary. I do still need to do some cleanup. I got some bronze on the shoulder pad. And I do need to do the grimification. But, yeah. That is the color scheme that I went with. So, not quite as white. I mean, you can see how white the helmet is compared to that. That's more of a gray color. But yeah, that I have 2 apothecaries at this level and this 1 Terminator at this level. Those are the ones that I have painted so far. So I still have a ways to go on them too. So that finishes off the base colors of this. It needs wash and dry, highlight. That needs the silver, this. Alright. So that'll be this filigree will be silver. That eagle will be gold. That panel is supposed to be the Tinny Tin. What do I do for the actual head then? I could just leave it black. Probably look okay if it was just black. I know I'm painting something that's really tiny. But yeah, I think if I can get one fully painted, I will feel more motivated to getting the other 15 that I have already built and primed painted up. Because since I'm doing the sub-assemblies, I cannot actually play with these until they're finished and glued up. Well, completing it isn't the goal at the moment. Getting to 1,000 points by the end of the year is. I mean, depending on which 50 I take. See, I did the wings, different color. I don't care. Go with the colors that I think I want on here. I wish I didn't fear for their Forge World models, because it would be really cool to have a couple of their what are they? The Annihilator and their big hover tank things, and some of their dreadnoughts and everything. Those are all cool models. I fear that if I purchased any of them, they would immediately become no longer viable in 40k. Or at all. And that would be disappointing. I mean, honestly, that's also why I don't have any of the Venatari. Or the Terminators with Flamers. I had thought about doing that. I'm going down with the bronze. I mean, those particular models are really cool looking. I mean, if I put, $1,000 into them, that would be very sad. Alright. Alright, make sure I'm in focus. Oh. I mean, I'm not crazy enough to burn something like that, but when 10th edition came out, they took a bunch of Space Marines out and every codex that comes out loses something from Forge World. Like the grot tanks, the Dimacaron, the what are they? The stealth drones, the Yavara, I think they were. I mean, there's so many things that have been removed this edition. Like, most of the Necron stuff is gone too. The Pylon, not that a lot of people are upset with the Pylon gone, but this edition is the edition of Forge World going away. And oh yeah, I mean, the barbed and scythed hierodules. You know, there's enough that have been removed that it's no longer a matter of if something's going to be gone, in my mind. Yep. Oh, but we're gonna get Krieg in 2025. All the hype. No, I really do like the Krieg models. It's just, we've had so many different things. Thank you for finally bringing something back. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had the, Vostroyans as well. So, I don't know if that'll come through. I'm thinking that... Oof. There we go. The 3 colors there of metal. I still need to do something for the eyes. But... the Talarn Desert Raiders? I mean, they had all of these cool things. They could have done a new kit in plastic for each of them. I mean... should I do their eye colors the same as the gems? Would that look weird? I should actually show what gem I'm gonna do. This may or may not be a surprise. And I'm thinking I might wait until I've actually glued this model together before I do the hair. Because this is a nice place to hold while working on the head. Maybe. I also haven't done anything for the back of the head yet, and I don't know if I need to. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the Talarn are completely different. But the... what was it? The Valhallans and Vostroyans both had similar outfits. I don't know. It's GW. I don't usually understand what they're gonna do. I hope the silver isn't too watery right now. If I can even hold this properly. Can I get that to even focus? Yeah. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why it's hard to put money into their products. I was trying to use my hand as a backdrop instead of the black top thing. It prefers the coffee can lid than anything else to focus on. Don't know why. By the end of the Custodes army, I will have better brush control. Or a sloppy Custodes army. It's actually one of the reasons why I waited to work on this army. 2 years ago, I don't think I would have had the level of experience for it. I had something in mind, and looking at things that I painted 2 years ago, I don't think I was there yet. Like, I'm still making mistakes. I just know how to clean them up a little bit better now. Okay, so those two pieces are good. I don't know if I'm actually going to do a wash over this stuff. I know a wash will hide some of the mistakes, but at the same time, these guys aren't supposed to look less than pristine. So I don't know. No, I should do a wash. Things will pop better that way. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I already did the wash on the body before I did the metallics and other details, so I could do a light wash over everything. I do still need to paint that. So that's the next thing I'm going to work on. Because there is, you know, other than the hair, the head should be good. Well, in the eyes. But yeah, now I have to do this. Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that did, you know... you know, the Sepia went over some of the models, and, you know, there's the Reichland Flesh Shade that I put over the Stormcast. Like, it changes the tone a little bit, but, you know, it doesn't have to be a Nuln Oil. Oh, yeah, the body... Here, I'll just get one so I can show you. Alright, so that's an unpainted, just primer. Focus, please. Please focus. There we go. So that's just the primer. I then did a dry brush. Then I did the edge highlighting. And then I actually painted Grim Black Speed Paint over it. So this that looks black is not the color of the primer. But there's actually a blue underneath that black. Because the models were this color blue, and now they look like that. So, if I get really close, you can probably see a little bit of less than pure black. It's not quite the same. So, I mean, and of course I have an edge highlight on there, but it's a different color. There are variations in shadow. So, like, it's an extra step. Technically 2 extra steps, because I could just edge highlight that and call it a day. But I wanted a more varied and shadowed color to it. So, but yeah, that's first, second, and fourth plus all the other steps. So, but yeah, that's where I started with. I was like, okay, these 2 colors. A deer. Darkness. But yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of where I'm going with that, so. But yeah, I could probably do the Reichland Flesh Shade, and all of this brass and bronze would turn a little bit more. Well, it would add some warmth to it. I don't think it would hurt on the purple either. Doing it over any of the blue might not do anything, I don't know. But I also need to decide how much I want to do on here. Like, I could do the leather strapping on this, or I could do the gray I have on there. This should be... I mean, it's filigree, so I could do it in silver. But do I do anything gold? Lol, yes. The deer, I'm guessing? I don't know. There's a little bit of delay in today's video, by the way. It's about 10 seconds. Based on watching myself on that screen. I think the primary color is going to be the tinny tin. I don't know if I want to do a fancy blade or not. Like, do I want to make lightning effects, or do I want to just paint it? Maybe I paint that gold? I don't know. That needs to be something. That needs to be something. That's another thing. I don't know. Oh, there's a good spot to show the color difference. Right below the belt, if it'll focus, that crease right there changes the two different colors. Can I get it from this angle, maybe? Come on, no? Come on. Okay, I can't get it to show up on screen. But maybe, yeah. The different shades in the armor kind of show up right there. Yeah. Even if most people in person will never know, it's nice to have that because I feel better about doing it. And this was always meant to be one of the armies where I cared more about each model, being that I only have, you know, not as many, I guess. I don't know. How many Custodes do I have? 66. I have 66 Custodes. That is not the same panel. Oh well. But yeah, this was always meant to be a more detailed army. Like, I've put just shy of as much time into this one model than I did for the dude on Griff. So far. By the end of the stream, I will have put as much time into him. No, surprisingly, it's not even 4,000 points. And I blame that on 10 prosecutors. Because just the shield captain is 140? Yeah. Like, this guy is 140 points. Nope. It is absolutely the Sisters of Silence' fault this time. Ted gets off for this one. Welcome, Sedan. How have you been? Hello. How are you, Solvix? I am trying to get the first custodian painted up for my army. He is a captain, and I've got a little bit more to go. Not quite the exact color scheme of the Shadow Keepers, but that particular idea, feel, tired and lazy, huh? Okay. I've been spending so much time doing Battletech, I figured I'd work on one of the armies that I've been thinking I was gonna get done this, well, to 1,000 points this year, and still might be able to. Whereas some of the others, I'm kind of feeling like I won't be able to get there because I'm not as motivated about it. So, but I've been meaning to work on this for almost 2 years now, so, you know. This one model will get me almost 15% of the way there for this year's goal. Well, I mean, Sentinels are supposed to be big, right? They were always that, you know, they were always like 3-story buildings in the cartoon, so. Oh yeah. I was saying how. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's actually pretty cool. I was saying how I have 66 custodians, and it's not even 4,000 points, and I blame the 10 Sisters of Silence for that. Because 56 custodians is just about 3,600 points, and then 10 sisters is another 100. No, it's actually because I don't have any of the vehicles or dreadnoughts or anything, because Forge World. And I can't see putting money into Forge World models when they've been having issues with staying viable in 40k. Makes it really hard to go, hey, that sounds like a great idea, let's buy some of those. So. Yeah. It's like I have them because I bought the Combat Patrol before it changed over. And other than that, I'm not planning on ever investing in anymore. I wasn't going to purchase them outside of the Combat Patrol to begin with because they're, I'm gonna say 3 times the price they should be, monetarily. And that's even taking into account its GW. See, I think, take however much time you want if you're having fun. I mean, I've put almost 5 hours into this one model so far. I'm also still learning which colors I want in locations, but, you know. Yeah. I mean, the fact that they sell them in a box of 5, like wardens. Like, I have 1 unit of wardens for the army so far. I have 2 units of sisters. Which do you think I would buy if I were to buy 1 more box? Yeah, they keep making it hard for me to want to collect certain factions and units. Okay. Hmm. Um... Hmm. Let's see. Does Trask exist? Trying to remember here. It's also been like 15, 20 years since I've read comics. So, hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that until right now. This has dual ejection ports. Why? Does it fire double bolts? It only has one barrel. I don't know who else would run well with Sentinels. What about... Is there a striker? Well, I mean, they are British. I'll give them a pass because they're not American. The silver down here might be a little bit too extreme, but I want it to be a contrast a little bit. Okay, that's fair. Okay, that could be cool. Oh, also, I finally got, I don't know if you saw it in the Discord, I finally got my Middle Earthworks. Earthworks. There we go. I will eventually get around to doing something with them, but not right now. Between this and Battletech and getting a couple of spearheads built for Age of Sigmar, I have got my plate full, and I'm okay with them sitting for a little while. But I have them. I need a minute, so I'll go get them. So, yeah, it's the Isengard Battle Host. And there's, 20 warriors, 24 scouts, Saruman and Grima on foot, and Saruman mounted. And, cool story. This actually came all the way from New Zealand. My friend actually won a Zorp giveaway and never did anything with it, and I traded for him. So I'll eventually need to figure out which models I can kit bash into which leaders, so I can, or specialists, so I can field as many as I want. But yes, all the way from Middle Earth. So I'll eventually get that built up too. But let's see. Yeah. But with the new edition and all that stuff coming out soon, I figured I'd see what I need to do. Yep. A golden blade? Well, not gold, but the color I am using for gold. But yeah, I figured if I can figure out what I want to do with them and convert them up, that'd be a good little side project. Little 48 minis. When did 48 become a little project for me? That's kind of scary. That's pretty cool. I'm just thrilled that someone that won couldn't use the minis, wasn't going to do anything with them. They've gone to a home where they will eventually get used. It just might not be, the rest of this calendar year. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, isn't there a third edition or whatever coming out? Or next edition coming out? I don't know editions. For the Middle-earth strategy battle game? I'm nearing 100,000 points of 40k. Not, I'm not like a couple of boxes away from it, but it's in the within a third of that. And that's just for the GWs, the 40k stuff. That doesn't include the Age of Sigmar points. Simplifying for the new edition. So it is better if I wait a little bit longer to build and paint, so I know what I'm doing with the new system. Oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I know when I was reading about it before I got the box in, but I knew I had the box coming. Like having Saruman and Grima were not enough to field a full unit. I'd needed some leaders or whatever to go with them. So, based on however they do the next edition, I might kit bash a couple to get that to a place. That might be a early next year goal to work on that. I don't know, might be. Well, I mean, I'm gonna build and paint them one way or another, but if it's a viable list with the models, that would be a better time than just building and painting them and never doing anything with them. I didn't say I wasn't going to do Chorfs next year. I said it might be a good beginning of the year project. I have that box sitting here. I also said I was planning on painting up both of the Warhammer quests next year. Have a good one, Solvix. If I end up having even more models, so be it. I will work on them eventually. What is the best thing about Warhammer Quest? The best thing about Warhammer Quest is that there's a ton of different models inside the box. So one day I might be painting a dude with a bow. Another day I might be painting a Chaos Space Marine. And another day I might be painting a rat swarm. That is the best thing about Warhammer Quest. Alright, we're... leather grip. Everything else being metallic. So did they announce when the new edition's coming out for Middle-earth? Somehow that gets glued there. So that's gonna be roughly there, which will add a ton of color. So that'll be cool. And then that's the head. So I don't need to do anything to the back because it's going to be sitting behind the bird anyway. And then this guy gets this cape. That kind of fits. There we go. Alright. Yeah, see, I don't have any... I do not always spend my time thinking... No, that's a bad spot to end that sentence. I don't always keep up with when things are being released. There we go. So we have gemstones, a very light wash. Sometimes I can't stop thinking when I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, that's the worst thing. So gemstones, a light wash, and the hair. And then I need... I don't want to just keep the cloak one color. So... how much of a change did the Druchii do on the actual purple previously? No, we didn't do the Druchii on that. We did the Druchii on a different purple. Let's find out. I think he's actually going to get red hair because he is a character. I don't know. I don't know about that. Just spitballing ideas. You know, that doesn't look bad. I'm gonna Druchie it up. Okay. But yeah, like I hadn't even realized that they did a second season of Rings of Power. Like I sometimes am just not aware of things anymore. Which is good that I can actually say that marketing doesn't always affect me as much as it does a lot of others. I'm like, okay, cool. Market enough things to myself, you know? I did not mean to drop that. Okay, that needs to dry somewhat upright. Yeah, that's possible. Again, that's kind of why I'm not that worried about the box at the moment. I have it, and if I can figure out when, that might be good. Alright, so that needs dry. How do I want to dry this? Do I have a way? Ah, that might work. Look, I've found a use for the other half of my wet palette. Alright. Now, do I want to do a Reichland flesh shade over this or not? I actually really like the way that the deep magenta and Ruchi violet look together. That's actually a really nice color. I mean, I don't know what it'll look like once it's dry, but I don't think I want to do that for the hair. That would be too much purple in one area. It's like I have blue, I have... Red's so overdone. I could do it for my shield captains and then do a different color for the rest. I don't know. I don't really know. Well, the flesh shade is the thing that I did over the red copper for the Stormcast. So we know that it changes things to a slightly warmer tone. I don't know if it'll work on this particular model. Because right now... Again, it's one of those... I like how bright it is, but at the same time, it doesn't have, you know, the contrast that it needs. I definitely don't want to do Nuln Oil. I think that would be too much. But I also don't want to change the color value too much. Like, I'm not going to use the red or the Druchii. Agrax would be kind of weird. I could. I'm just trying to think what other colors do I have as a potential. I do have the black game ink. I don't know what that'll look like. I'm guessing it's like a Nuln Oil, right? You know what? I am going to try this game ink. It needs to shake. So if you're wondering, yes, I did just get a really inexpensive vortex mixer. And did it work? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is one of the ones that... No? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let's find out. It is extremely thick. I do not think that this game ink is a wash. I think it is actually black. I mean, maybe at a certain level. I'm gonna dilute this. Because, like, here's my wet palette. This is not thin at all. That is not wash consistency. So that is why we check on the wet palette before we do anything else, right? And I dropped the paintbrush. So I'm gonna try it again with 3 drops, or 1-to-1 with water. So I'm going to see about this. Okay, which piece do I am gonna go over this. Because if I have to repaint this, it's gonna take 5 minutes, not, you know, an hour or more. So here we go. Alright, this was about 1-to-1 with water. Did it make enough difference? I don't know. It dulled it down a little bit. I don't think it really made it better. You think it did... You're asking me to remember what I just said. It did make it better? That's poor lighting from above. Ah, camera. Where is the actual light source? Oh, it's from behind. There we go. Okay. I mean, it didn't destroy it, so that's a good sign, right? Okay. I definitely don't think I would want to do this with pure, but with the 1-to-1 with water, I think it's working okay. When I don't have a model that I've spent so long working on, I'll try it out at full strength and see what it does, but maybe the next regular Space Marine I paint. Oh, or my Death Guard? That might actually be too much grunge for my Death Guard. Well, you know, I do have this apothecary paint just sitting right here. Oh, look. He's got the stuff on him now. Oh, no. Oh, did I mention that his base coat is a very matte finish, not a flat one? Yeah, that's not even sticking. I'm gonna have to do a varnish over that before it gets any other washes. Or I could probably do an oil wash over these without doing this. Because yeah, it's just beating up off of the part that I didn't repaint. That's funny. Interesting. I don't actually have a sponge anywhere nearby. The random grime spots left are weird. Not against it, just weird. Well, I guess that gets added to the colors on the model. I am not going to put it over the Druchii. Okay. So we did that. Yep. Alright, so we did that. Now the model is covered in something that needs to dry. It didn't look like it took very long for it to dry, so I'm probably safe to mess with the hair. So, since it's a leader, I'm gonna go look at my colors. So I don't have to do the same color for all of the later models. This is a character. Do you have any experience with Pilar Glacier? I can tell that it's definitely needing some mixing. Is this one of the ones that's like really, really light tint? Or is it one of the ones that actually covers things? And I think the music just ended. I don't even think this paint is open yet. I also have Ultramarines Blue. That, you know. And in yellow. I really don't know what I want to do for this. Yellow actually would be quite a bit different than the purple and the blue and the metals. Yep. Going to mix these a little bit since they need it. And I'll put the music back on while I'm waiting, while I'm over there, since no point in being silent while I'm across the room, right? we're gonna try the and in yellow for the hair. Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything over black. That's good. Yep, that doesn't do anything over the black. Yay. That's good to know. It does go everywhere. Well, I will have to do something with the hair. But other than the hair and gluing the parts together, this model is done. Don't know what to do with the hair. Okay, I'm gonna try it. No. Hold on. Alright. Blood Angel's red contrast. No, this is the contrast paint. Yeah, the and in yellow did not work. The Croxigar scale is on all of the gems in the eyes. And I wanted to do something with the hair, so I decided to do the Blood Angel's red contrast. And I don't know. It might work. Let's see if it'll focus. Sure, it'll focus to my fingers instead, right? Yeah. I mean, it might work. Right now it looks like a candy coating. Which isn't bad. I'm gonna hang it right here. I was gonna hang it right there. Nope, nope. I am going to lay it right in there. So yeah, that's the 5 pieces. That's the 5 pieces I needed to paint to make him done. I have to let everything dry fully before I can try to super glue it together. But it is also 10 o'clock, so for me, you know, yeah. I just don't want to mess with enamels because of the other stuff that it can do. Like, it's one of the reasons yeah, custard, huh? Yeah. Candy-coated custard. Yep. So, but yeah, I think he's actually done. Except for, gluing them all together and figuring out his bases. Which I was originally thinking about doing the brick that the Stormcaster on, but painting it a different color. But I don't really know if that would look right. I'm gonna go grab a piece and just see what it looks like. So, we're looking at pattern, not color here. I don't think that works. I don't think that has the right aesthetic. It's too, like, even if I painted it a different way, I don't think that works for these guys. I think it takes it away. I need something not as spread out. Or, no, I need something more spread out. I don't think that works. So, I don't know. That just means I need to keep looking. I wasn't gonna do red anyway, but... So I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll do some cork. I know Shadow Keepers are supposed to be the basement dwellers, pretty much. The guards of the cells. Yeah. Yeah, I think it needs to be bigger. More spread apart. I almost want to put them on, like, in a grass field or something. But I mean, he's the first one. I have a little while. Yeah. It's drying kind of thick, is the thing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I have enough of this, but... I mean, I do have 66 of these guys to do, but... Well... I gotta let them dry anyway, so... I'll think about it. We did get them painted, though, so... It's a start. Yeah. Thing is, I only have 2 of this packaging, so I cannot see something that's only, 3 times thicker than I would need being enough for 66 models. So, and I don't know if I can get more of it. If I got another kind, I might be able to mix the 2 together, but yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I'm thrilled to have this model almost table ready. The fact that he's still in 5 pieces kind of, mitigates that, but, And to think, to paint him... What? It only takes this many colors. But yeah. Thanks again for hanging out. My video should be going live in about 4 hours. So when you wake up, check it out. I'll be back again on Tuesday on Twitch. And perhaps Mr. Timberwolf will actually get some finishing touches. So until then, have a great night. And don't forget to find your bit of bliss.